What's going on YouTube? Today got a fun video. StarKnight MT sent me a brand new windshield to test out, another one. This is a new product from them. It is a full vented windshield, so it's going to be replacing this three-piece windshield. And this three-piece windshield is okay, but my major gripes about this windshield is its construction's kind of rattly, and when you sit in the seat, and I'm about 5'7", 5'8", I get shorter the older I get, but when I am buckled into my harness, tied in tight, I can't look over the hood, and this windshield blocks my view over my hood substantially. And especially if it's raining or I got muddy windshield or whatever, it's constantly blocking it, making it harder for me to see, and then I have to look farther out ahead. And then like going over razorbacks or doing drop-offs into different things, I can't see really well. But I like the ability to open and close my windshield and kind of control basically my air conditioning. So today we're gonna swap this out for this one. Things first, we're gonna get this brand new windshield unboxed and see what it looks like. So far for packaging, the windshield is completely encapsulated in this foam. Pull this out. All right, so well packaged, and it does come with this plastic protectant film on it, and it looks like it's going to attach with the keeper wraparound keeper clips, Velcro deals like the other ones. Let me get it finished unpackaged a little more so you guys can see what we're working with. So sweet, it comes with the same scoops as the one I put on the roof. So they go in the front, and then their wraparound Velcro roll bar wraps to mount it onto the roll bar. So that's gonna be cool. That's gonna look really good having matching scoops on the top and on the front. All right, now we got it unboxed. This is what comes in the kit. We got our Lexan anti-static windshield, nice and thick, not flimsy like the rough country piece that I reviewed before. Got your 4 deals. We've got 2 vents, both your outer and your inner. This outer will mount right here. Comes with your hardware to mount these pieces side to side. We got our weather stripping stickers, because you got to have your stickers. Anyhow, and you get 3 pages of instructions. Very, very cool. I will go over this more in detail in just a second. There is a couple small little details to keep in mind when putting this thing together. For one, this lip goes to the outside of the vehicle. For 2, this weather stripping here, the rubber seal part needs to go towards the cab on the inside. So this will sit like such down this bottom lip here. Okay, so this thing looks like it's gonna fit really nicely. I mean, look at how well this thing is laser cut out. All the edges are nice, smooth, beveled. They're not gonna cut you. Even the inside ones for the straps, super smooth. The bevels for in here, super smooth. Not going to cut yourself on them. Just that extra little bit of build quality that I find in some of these windshields from StarKnight that I don't see in some of the other stuff. So like for example, the cheap rough country one, all these edges were sharp. Even like these turnbuckles where they run through here, these are even have a rounding in them to make it easier to push the straps through and pull them through. The rough countries do not have that. Just little attention to detail, little extras that I really like. So let's get this thing off, lay this thing in place, see what it's gonna look like. Okay, so per instructions, first things being first, pull off the backing. Oh, so satisfying, ASMR, yay, okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find the center of our weather stripping. We're going to put the seal side inward, and this lip is going to go curve to the outward. And then you'll also see the StarKnight MT logo will be facing out. We're going to find the center, find roughly the center here. We're going to start it. Then we're going to take and turn our windshield up on edge. I'm using the box to act as a cushion, just to, kind of keep from marring up the surface, and I'm leaving the top part of the back plastic film still on here. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to take a rubber mallet, we're going to tap around here using the handle of the mallet to work it around in these pieces in here. This stuff has got a little bit of metal in this open piece here. Focus. And that helps to hold that shape around the windshield as it seals on here. So let me get this thing tapped on here, and then we'll go to the next step. Alright, literally like a minute later, maybe a minute and a half later, we're on. Holds its shape nicely around the windshield. No glue added. Next, we're going to put the vents in. Okay, to put the vents in, we're going to put the baffle piece that goes inside. We're going to put that on the inside. Line up the little holes. These are all pre-drilled, so you don't have to mess with any of that. So we're going to line those up. Our vent's going to go, or our vent cap is going to go on like such. That'll keep rain off of you when it's coming, when you're sitting still or whatever. And it's also going to probably baffle a lot of splash up and stuff from your wheels and stuff when you're going through bogs and whatnot like that. And then we've got our little stainless steel screws, and it even comes with a little Phillips screwdriver to put it in. When we get those screwed in, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that you've got all of your screws started, and check that out, they even sent 2 extra screws just in case. Really like that. Got all my screws started. Now I'm going to take my little supplied Phillips and go through and tighten all these down. Going around. You can, there's no gasket on these, no silicone, no none of that, so you don't really have to worry about a sequence or an order or what to do this in. Just don't over tighten so much you strip them out. And there it is there, final install. Took me a little bit. I had to move my mirrors and all the rest of my accessories around, but if you don't have all these other stuff on your A-pillar, literally you're gonna have no time. It might take you a whopping 10 minutes to put this in. I mean, it's that straightforward. Super simple. Now it comes with this little adjuster curved Phillips screwdriver. Reason for this is to adjust these baffles inside. On the inside, on one side, you have this small screw here, and attached to the baffle, and you can tighten that screw up a little bit to give it a little more resistance. You gotta take 2 hands to do this. Hang on. Anyhow, you'll take this little screwdriver, tighten these up a little bit. Now, if yours are a little too loose from the factory, so gave them a little snug, and now they'll move and they'll stay up in place. And I also noticed sitting here, this is right in front of my eye vision, if I take this baffle out, like if I know I'm going to have this open all the time, like summertime, I can actually see straight through it, which is really nice. And like I said, I've got a lot better field of view here around these deals than I did with the other windshield that from here down was just blocked. I couldn't hardly see anything through it. And the Lexan is super clear, anti-static. Like I said, I think this is going to work out just fine. Close it up, you get a little bit. Now you can go out here and actually use both hands and twist this a little bit and pop it in here, and then it'll lock this in. But yeah, if you want to go outside and push down on this little piece in here, and it's got these little clips right through here that'll hold it firmly in place. So I gotta tighten this one up a little bit more so it's more adjustable, but then you can pop it in place and see then it stays put until you want it. Give it a little, come on, there we go. See, like I say, it's firmly latched in there. So I said, I'm not sure if I'm even going to leave mine in here. I think I may just take my baffle out completely, because I don't think that I'm not going to want the air. But on my son's side, I'm definitely going to probably leave the baffle in. It won't bother him because his line of sight, he's going to be looking right underneath this thing. Like I say, if you're taller, it's not going to bother you at all. But yeah, so I think for me, I think I'm just going to take this out. It's going to be fairly warm. And I'm just going to leave it out completely and give myself extra good visibility from my cockpit. Let me show you guys what that looks like. Okay, so I took the little screw out of the side here, and now I can just grab a hold of this and give it a little bend. Comes right out. And it's designed to do that. And see, now look at that. You got real nice field of view and lots of airflow right in, but you're going to have a lot less airflow and a lot less dust than having a fully open windshield. And you know, like, it's just going to help out drastically, and like the splash that's going to come down from the top is going to be covered up by the scoop, so you're not going to get a bunch of water in, but you're still going to get lots of airflow in. I think it's going to be really nice. Like I say, we'll see how my son likes his. We may wind up taking his out too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the screw back in here, tighten it up, and I'm just going to put it in the glove box. And then that way, if I ever decide while I'm out, oh, it's too cold, I got to put this thing back in and close this up. It take me about 30 seconds, screw it back in there, latch it down, and then I got a solid windshield. And I'm not going to be freezing to death. So all in all, really like it. Can't wait to test it out tomorrow on the trail. Hey YouTube, well, so my plans got kind of foiled. Last weekend after I put the windshield in, I was planning on going for a long ride with the side-by-side club, the rest of the guys. We did wind up going, but we had some serious happenings happen the night before. I had the side-by-side loaded up on the trailer, and then this mess happened. I'll roll some footage right now, some photos of the aftermath, but a drunk driver crashed into my trailer while I had the side-by-side parked on it at night. Hit so hard it actually broke the straps holding the side-by-side on. Completely totaled the car that hit, and the drunk driver fled before I was up out of bed to go and make a citizen's arrest. But anyhow, beer cans all over the floorboard, beer all over the place, still broken pieces all over the place for where it hit. It was parked over here, hooked up to my truck, and rear tire of my truck was literally right here, and it literally shoved my whole truck way over to here. Tore the frame up on my truck, bent the truck up, bent the hitch down, tore all kinds of stuff up. So needless to say, after all that stuff happened that morning, I just really wasn't in the mood to make videos and whatnot. I just wanted to go out, go for a nice ride before I had to deal with all the mess the next day. Law enforcement still really hasn't done much of anything. I'm hoping that they will find the guy, seeing as how we literally know exactly who it was. And yeah, even found warrants for his arrest for DUI and other junk like that in the car. So yeah, the guy was just a complete dirtbag, but he's a dirtbag minus a car now. But anyhow, back onto the windshield. The windshield worked absolutely phenomenally. Since we were the only ones with a windshield, we were in the back, and this is after about 60 miles of trail riding, and it worked great. Lee, what did you think about the windshield?
It was like good. It looked so good. No air was flying at my face.
But you were staying cool because the air was flying through, right?
Yeah.
From the vents. Yeah, so he really liked it. He doesn't get so much airflow like not having a windshield at all. I can see really good through it. This taking the baffle out makes it so easy. I can see through it when I need to, otherwise it's fine. It actually rained a little bit. It sprinkled on us while we were out riding, and it speckled a little bit, but honestly, the amount of dust that this windshield collects is like so minuscule. I noticed all the other guys with half windshields, their windshields were just completely covered, and they were having a hard time seeing through.
Yeah.
I just carry this with me, this old towel, and every once in a while I'll just go and kind of wipe the windshield off. Well, that didn't make it much better. This thing's pretty dirty now, but anyhow, I didn't have any problem seeing through the windshield whatsoever while we were on the trip. It actually worked really well. Yeah. Like it got some oil on it or something from something. But yeah. Anyhow, windshield worked great. I had no issues with it. Child approves. Only damage so far to the side-by-side was literally the driver's side mirror broke off because the bolts stripped out on it, apparently from the impact.
Yeah.
But all in all, windshield worked absolutely great. I'm going to get everything all cleaned up. I'm actually going to try out a new product from Slick Products, foamer with my pressure washer. Get this thing super cleaned up and let you guys see it all clean.
Holy cow!
Well, there it is, all cleaned up and shined up as best as I could do. Like I said, this windshield is awesome. I'm not having any fishbowl effect. It doesn't have any static cling issues. Cleans off easy. And I just washed it with that Slick product stuff. I didn't even use like any Windex or any wipes or anything on it, and it cleaned up really, really good. So no issues there. I'll show you guys from the outside. Now this thing's all cleaned up, shined up, nice looking. I mean, it just looks freaking mint. Looks like it was meant to be that way. Those window vents work great, no issues whatsoever. And it just all flows well. I really like it. All in all, definitely really happy with the StarKnight MT windshield with the vents. The only thing that I would like to see them do a little better is I'd like to put some detents in here so that this, you know, would stay up, clipped up, and then like pop, 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 you know, with some detents to make it stay in place a little better. I mean, it stays in place fine there, and like I say, I can reach and use two hands, and I can push up on here and push in on the inside, inwards from the outside, and pop this into this little snap in here, and then these are locked in solid, and pretty much water's not getting in or anything. Like I said, the one on my side I took the vent out of because rain's not gonna matter. Like I said, it sprinkled on us a little bit, none of that got on us. We stayed clean, we stayed dry. We didn't have any problems seeing through the windshield. Said I'd just take a dry towel and just kind of bat at it a little bit to knock some of the dirt off after we were riding for a while. I mean, we were behind 4 other guys in poof dirt, kicking up all kinds of dust, and like I said, I had no problem seeing through the windshield whatsoever. Didn't have any problems with it until I went and wiped it with a towel that apparently my son had used to wipe something greasy on. But you know, kids, they're great. But other than that, no issues whatsoever. Very happy with the outcome. Really love the windshield, and this windshield, I believe, probably gonna stay on here for quite a while until someone makes one that I like better. One thing I might like better in the future maybe is like I said, putting the detents in here and then having a windshield that folded all the way up. Also too, having a sun visor tint up here. That would be nice. Maybe putting some dark tint higher up on the windshield, like, you know, most modern cars are. That would be cool. But yeah, roof vent worked great. Front vents worked great. At no point did we ever get really hot. Like I said, all in all, I'm really loving this windshield, and no complaints. Fits good, works good, doesn't rattle, doesn't have that fishbowl effect, doesn't have massive static cling, none of those issues, and cleans up really good. I mean, you can see, I mean, granted, this windshield is brand new and this one back here's seen some time on it, but you can see it's definitely not as clear of Lexan as the front windshield is. This is a super ATV one, but again, it has a lot more time on it, and I spent a lot less time cleaning on it as well. When I did that, just hosed it down with the slick ceramic cleaner, but wanted to get some nice photo shots of it, so there she is. Alright, we'll see how this works out. Got this new mount set up pretty much between me and the passenger, about eye level. But anyhow, windshield's all super cleaned up. Now we're just gonna get it all filthy. So let's see how this works out.
jumps. And right now he's getting started. Go! Oh, where is he? Can't see him. All I can see is dust. Okay, there he is. Back? Okay.
Alright, now if you guys can still see okay, I don't know how this phone's probably it's really dirty and it's kind of hard for me to see in the sun. But all that ripping around we've been doing, been literally driving back through our own dirt, and still no problem seeing through the windshield, and I'm not eating a bunch of dirt inside the cab, which is really nice. Got a bunch of dirt on my camera because VidCam dude, aka 6-year-old, was recording and got dusted out as I went over jumps over there by him. But anyhow, again, windshield's phenomenal, works great, doesn't collect massive amounts of dirt like the cheap windshields do, and I get plenty of airflow where I'm still comfortable. It's like 95 degrees right now and we're fine as long as we're moving.
Yep.
So I don't know how well you guys can hear me right now. Got some tweakers over here, so we're gonna bug out of here right now. But anyhow, I hope you guys liked the video. Stay tuned for more.
Anyhow, StarKnight Moto, thank you guys for sending this out. Really appreciate it. Really like the windshield and hope to do more with you guys in the future. Anyhow, if you're interested in buying this windshield, there'll be a link down in the description to StarKnight's website where you can pick up this windshield and all the other products that I use on this side-by-side, bumpers, wint, whatever. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Anyhow, SoCal Sniper signing off. See you next time. Be looking forward to having mirror upgrade video. I'm also going to be doing a video review on this stuff, which honestly I don't think is that great. They're foamer. Also too, why you definitely shouldn't be buying these auto retracting straps for your side-by-side. Anyhow, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.